On Google Analytics, just had a very interesting message from our team that I was showing Devin. The youngest world champion in boxing. A great fight for him tonight. Showed that there's plenty to learn and plenty to work on. At 20 years of age, another commanding points victory, defending that WBC World Championship. I'm going to pass to the floor for questions.
How's your shoulder feeling, Devin?
My shoulder's feeling great. I iced it, and it's feeling better.
Do you know at what point of the fight, which round?
I want to say it was like the 7th or 8th round. I threw like a right hand. He was on the ropes. I threw a right hand, and I just overextended a little bit. But it's all part of the game. Like I said, I showed that I was a true champion. I could fight through anything, and these things happen. Every fight is not gonna go. You know, you're not gonna get the knockout on every fight. You're not going to have a beautiful performance, but at the end of the day, I showed I was a true champion. You know, I went in there, I fought against a very crafty, young fighter, and yeah.
Were you surprised how tough and durable he was? I mean, you did win 120, 107 across all 3 cards, but were you surprised how durable he was?
Yes, I was definitely surprised with how durable he was. You know, I hurt him on multiple occasions. I dropped him, but he seemed to be able to hold on, you know, all through the fight. But it's all part of the game.
How do you feel about also fighting on this card specifically? Do you feel like the fans you gained today are going to stick around moving forward?
Yeah, it was a great experience. I gained you know, a lot of new fans. Just like I thought, it went exactly how, you know, Eddie Hearn planned for it to go. You know, everything turned out great, and you know, right now they say I'm trending on Google right now, so everything went as planned.
Do you feel that the quick turnaround might have hurt you? I mean, a 43-day turnaround, obviously you didn't get back in camp right away. Do you feel that held you back at all from performing tonight?
No, you know, I take nothing away from him. He was a tough competitor. He came to fight. He came to win. You know, I'm world champion now, so anybody that I fight is going to come bring their all. This was a life-changing, you know, moment for him. So he brought his all. You know, everything that I expected him to do. And you know, normally you guys see me blow guys out the water, but he went in there, he put up a good fight, even though I thought that he was just in there to survive. Once I heard him, he felt my power. I felt like, you know, he just was trying to survive and hold on as long as he could.
I would just say on that as well, he's had 3 fights in just over 5 months. So I think the turnaround, you know, and don't forget in the turnaround, what you were just talking about, he also came to England and did a week of media. He also flew to Las Vegas for media as well, and he always give 110% in camp. Like, he's never going to cut any corners. But I think that this has been a very hectic period for Devin Haney, where he's gone from, you know, star to superstar in a short period of time with a lot of travelling, and he may not feel like that's affecting. But even when you're making weight and stuff like that, that's hard to do. You're flying to England, you're flying back, time zones, jet lag, and I'm looking forward to seeing him have a little break now. I'd like him to come to Saudi Arabia. And do some more media out there, but you know, definitely have the rest of the year off in terms of fighting, and then fight early part of 2020.
You didn't know much about this fighter before you fought him. Once you got in the ring, showed you any surprises?
He actually showed me a little bit of a surprise how crafty he was, how he was able to survive and you know, be able to hold on. You know, like I said, I heard him early, and I heard him a few times, you know, as the fight went on. But he was able to hold on, you know, clinch, tie up, you know, many different things, which, you know, surprised me. But it's all part of the game, you know. All this is everything that I asked for. You know, I asked my promoter. You know, I wanted to you know, fight as soon as possible, and you know, this is all part of the game. I'm happy with my performance. I got to win. You know, I'm the youngest world champion in boxing. You know, and I'm blessed. You know, like Eddie Hearn said, you know, I just you know, take a rest for a little bit, and then, you know, 2020, I want to start 2020 off with a bang. I want the best fights. You know, I want the best fighters out there. You know, I want to show the world, you know, that I can beat the best.
Eddie, Javier Fortuna came out successful last weekend. We heard that he might be next for Devin. Could you kind of confirm or that a little bit?
Yeah, there is a mandatory due, and that is Javier Fortuna, and we're happy with that fight. It's a good fight. You know, he's just coming off a good KO win. I think it's another good learning fight for Devin Haney. You know, we do want big fights in 2020. Fortuna's okay, but you know, I'd like to make the Luke Campbell fight as well in the spring, summer. I think that's a great fight for both these guys.
Over in the UK?
Or probably in America. Probably in America. You know, I think Devin would like to. He had a huge reception when he come to the UK, but I think that fight takes place in America. And also, you know, there's other guys out there, Jorge Linares. You know, for me, the superstar fight is Ryan Garcia against Devin Haney. I mean, that is a monstrous fight, and that probably comes at the back end of 2020. I don't like people talking about 2021 because it seems like such a long time away, but for me, that's a monstrous fight that can be made very, very easily, and it's for the WBC World Lightweight title.
Last week after his fight, I spoke to Ryan, and he said that that fight doesn't happen in 2020, but he did mention the likes of Jorge Linares and Luke Campbell. He kind of went to his age about that, even though Devin's younger. What do you think is going to have to happen for that fight to get made?
Which fight?
Devin and...
No, well, you can't make the fight if the other guy don't want to take the fight. But, you know, I believe Ryan Garcia will like that fight. I believe there's a huge amount of money for that fight from DAZN as well at the right time. So what are you in the game for? You know, he's going to want to challenge for the world title sooner or later. And Devin's a WBC world champion. We're all under the same network. It's a very, very easy fight to make. So...
As Devin observes, Santiago was kind of reluctant to trade.
Mm.
Kind of made for not the most exciting fight. Of course. And there's some brewing there. Are you a little disappointed that maybe you didn't have the right opponent? I know there was a late change. But in retrospect, maybe a different opponent, a different style.
Well, we had Petr Petrov, and I think that would have been a good fight. But unfortunately, the WBC made, well, not unfortunately, fortunately they made him world champion, and with 10 days to go, or just under 2 weeks to go. And they told us they wouldn't approve Petr Petrov. And the only fighter that we could find was Santiago that they would approve from the rankings. So I thought he was a good lightweight. I think he'd cause a lot of lightweights problems. And the problem was he was inexperienced. And that also sometimes made it more difficult for Devin because at times he'd make it scrappy. I thought he started the fight very well. And then when Devin hurt him, he didn't want to exchange at all.
No, I agree. I definitely thought Santiago was pretty impressive. I just meant in terms of having an aesthetically pleasing fight.
Yeah, but you know what, Mike? It's not about just making fights that's going to make Devin Haney look good. You know, it's about giving him fights for him to learn all different kinds of styles. You know, if we just chicken feed him easy fights against guys he can KO, he's never going to learn. He learned more tonight than he learned in the Moran fight, in the Abdullayev fight, you know, and also in the occasion as well. You know, he's never boxed in front of a big crowd like that, you know, full up arena and, you know, all the media. And that kind of stuff is important as well. But, you know, to make sure Devin gets the right schooling, and Bill wouldn't want to give him an easy fight. I mean, Bill picked that guy, and after 2 rounds, I'm thinking, oh, I would have preferred Petrov, you know? And then he got hurt, and he didn't want to exchange for his inexperience, really. So Devin Haney's got to be given every kind of fight. Southpaws, you know, scrappy fights, guys who come to trade, guys who run, because he's going to be the complete fighter.
Eddie, how would you think a fighter like operates? I think that's his last name. I can't remember.
Santiago.
He would fare against other prospects if to go into a round with Devin
I think he'd give them all problems because he's wiry, he's strong, you know, he can punch, he ties you up on the inside, and he's inexperienced. So he does, you know, at times, you know, he's going to be more awkward than perhaps he should be. So I think he was a good fighter. You know, he was ranked with the WBC. He's got some impressive wins already in his career, but he wasn't good enough to beat Devin Haney.
Quick question for Devin. Would you consider taking a fight on such late notice in the future, considering how short amount of time you have?
I mean, this is just another fight in my career to show that, you know, I'm a true champion. You know, I love to fight. I'm willing to fight whoever, whenever, you know, however. You know, like I said, you know, I knew that I was fighting. I was prepared, you know, for whatever. When I go in there, I make the adjustments, you know, needed to get the win, and that's what I did tonight. So, you know, it doesn't matter week, day, whatever. I'll be ready.
And obviously, you're starting this new journey at 135 as the champion. But you've mentioned, you know, your stay's not going to be long in the division. How many fights do you foresee at 135 in 2020 before you move up?
You know, it really just depends on, you know, in 2020, like I said, I want to make the big fights happen. If I can't get those big fights in 2020, then I'm going to move up to 140. You know, 135 is not easy for me to make. You know, especially, my body's still growing, my body's still maturing. But in 2020, you know, let's make these big fights happen before I move up to 140.
How does Victor Conte help you with the body transformation? I know he's a big part of your team. What has that process been like?
Oh, he's helped me so much. You know, since I've been training with him. You know, he's took my boxing to the next level. You know, I thank him so much. If you see, I went 12 rounds strong. You know, the whole snack team has helped me tremendously.
Hey, I'm not sure if you saw, you mentioned obviously Fortuna as a mandatory. Also in the WBC rankings released at the convention, they had Gervonta Davis #1. I'm not sure if you saw Leonard Ellerby's comments as far as him not being mandatory, that they dictate what fights that they make and that he's nobody's mandatory. I'm not sure if you saw Leonard's comments this week as far as the fight with Haney.
I didn't understand the word you said to me. But I'll answer that. Gervonta Davis is a great fighter, and Devin Haney against Gervonta Davis is a super fight that will and should happen, in my opinion. You know, he won a regular title at 130, and he's moving to 135 to fight for a regular title as well. If he wants to fight for a full world title, he can fight Devin Haney. But that's, you know, I see all those fights for Devin Haney materialising. He'll never turn down a fight, and tonight was a really important fight to get 12 rounds to prepare him for Ryan Garcia, Gervonta Davis, Mikey Garcia at 140 is a brilliant fight for him as well. Josh Taylor at 140 is a great fight for Devin Haney. Jose Ramirez at 140 is a great fight for Devin Haney. You will see him in all of these fights over the next few years. He's 20 years old. Ladies and gentlemen, WBC World Champion Devin Haney.